You're an embarrassment for the outfits I so painstakingly tailored for you. You clearly don't understand what a fashion show is. Yeah, all three of them. I couldn't agree more. All Orpho did was fly. All Silver did was walk. And all Jack did was flex his muscles. I mean, he can do that. So, hello and welcome back to Twisted Wonderland. As announced earlier this month, we are here with the rerun of the Fairy Gala remix event. This event has already happened in the past and now it's getting a rerun. I also got Fairy Gala Orpho back in the day, so this is who you see here on the home screen right now. It is also a remix version of the Fairy Gala event that we played during the stream earlier this week, so yeah. Since I didn't record YouTube videos back then, I decided I'm going to replay this event just for completion's sake. So with that being said, let's go back. Yeah, I trust that you can do that, Orpho. Okay, let's first take a look at the mirror. Now it's very easy to guess what we have. We have a new showcase going on with Orpho and Ace. I already have both of them. But for everyone who is aiming for Fairy Gala Orpho, which is a very beautiful card, by the way, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you're just as lucky as I was back then. And yeah, hope you get your hands on Orpho. With that being said, let's go over to the event. I already gathered some materials from lessons. I hope it will be enough. Okay. Yeah, so with the Fairy Dust, we're going to get lesson items, remix Fairy Dust, and we're going to unlock chapters. And we get remix hairpins with event twist tunes. Okay, and we also get Jack and a Silver from the event. Now I already have them both, but at least I'm going to get them uncapped. History and elective special lessons. We have also flight, alchemy, everything. Okay. Spend remix Fairy Dust to advance the story. You will unlock event twist tunes as you progress within the story. So as far as I remember, the twist tunes also had their own difficulties. So we're gonna see what that's going to be like. Anyway. Yeah, we're gonna earn hairpins. And that's that. Okay, pretty much the same thing as with most events. It's a more older event, but it's still, you know, very much understandable. We also have some limited event furniture back again. I think it's only 4 items, but you know, you can craft them. I really want one of those items a lot, so let's see how many I can get from it. And we get some remix Fairy Dust, very cool. I have 228 at the moment, so let's see how far we come. Let's start with chapter 1, Mage Stone Missing. Ooh, Ignihide. Looks like Ignihide is hot.
Good morning, Ignihide. Wait, why is everyone sweating so early in the morning? Maybe there's a new fitness fad.
I'm not so sure about that, Orpho.
My temperature sensor is showing some abnormal readings. Whoa! It's 30 degrees warmer than usual in the lounge.
That's a lot. Orpho! Panic mode.
Idia, why do you look like your world's ending?
I'll tell you why. I had trouble sleeping, so I woke up early and my room was a furnace. My hard drives, my monitors. This is an emergency. Yep, everything's gonna melt.
So it's this hot in the whole dorm? No wonder everyone's panicking.
What if the heat destroys my game console? It's a limited edition. You can't even buy it anymore. Oh no. I can't keep cooling my PC with ice magic any longer. Could someone help me out? I think everyone's in trouble right now. Maybe you should just, I don't know, turn them off for now. Just, you know, just... I know it's a bit impossible, but turn them off. I'm busy with my own! Ignihide in panic mode.
If your electronics are that important to you,
shouldn't you power them down? Don't ask the impossible, Orpho. How can you expect us to cut off our lifeline, Orpho? You got them, nerd.
Lifeline! Wow, Igni High students really are tech dependent. But there's a serious risk they'll suffer heat stroke if this goes on.
Yep.
I wonder if something happened to our air conditioning. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna visit the head mage and ask him to fix it.
Please do.
Ah, there he is. Head mage! We've got trouble in Igni Hide. The whole dorm is as hot as a sauna.
Really? So it's happening in Igni High too? Yeah. The temperature has been up there and in my office as well. It's so cold in there, why feathers could freeze over. Never heard that line before. Temperature control on this campus is handled by fairies who draw power from a highly valuable mage stone the school maintains. Perhaps someone vandalized it in some fashion. I'm heading to check on it now.
I'll join you.
Alright, running to the mirror chamber.
So this mage stone you mentioned is stored in the mirror chamber?
Yes, it's strictly forbidden for anyone to enter without my permission. Huh? Wait a minute. Sweet merciful 7! Gone! Gone! Uh-oh. The precious mage stone that supplies the fairies with magical power is gone!
It is?
Drowned, summon every house warden to the head mage's office at once. I'm calling an emergency meeting. Okay. And the head mage's office. Really is cold, look at that snow. Just like before.
Brrr. Why is this room so cold?
Oh, thank goodness. Octonel's been so unbearably hot all day. I feared I was on the cusp of dehydrating into octo jerky. I'm feeling a deja vu.
It's still far warmer in here than it was in the Insomnia this morning.
Quiet in the office. As you're no doubt aware, we are presently unable to regulate the temperature in buildings across campus. The cause, I'm afraid, is that a mage stone acting as fairy power supply is missing.
Oh yeah, Orpha mentioned you were yelling about something going missing.
Just so. Our campus buildings are kept pleasantly livable all year round by virtue of the magic of fire fairies, water fairies, and wind fairies. Just to name a few of our many fae benefactors. With the mage stone gone, we cannot fuel the fairies' magic and thus cannot control the campus's air conditioning. I kept it stored in the mirror chamber to avoid this precise scenario, and yet... someone has undoubtedly stolen it! The nerve! The audacity! Wonder who could have been. You just said that the stolen object is a mage stone that supplies the type of magical power that fairies favor. Wouldn't it follow then that the fairies would be our first suspects? As I recall, there's a fae right here among us. A rather tall one at that. Once again.
That's a bold implication you're making, Ashengrotto. Are you suggesting that I, the heir apparent of Briar Valley, would stoop to common thievery?
Perish the thought! Pardon me, I meant no offense, of course.
Dude, the amount of power you could get from a mage stone would be a drop in the bucket to Melius. He's already a balance-breaking character with that auto-filling MP gauge of his.
Very true.
Yeah, for sure. Nobody here would think for a minute that you're behind this, Melius. Just, you know, if you happen to know anything relevant, it'd be nice to hear. Does anything fae-related come to mind?
You know. When I was out on a stroll last evening, I did glimpse some fairies around here, a kind that I don't see very often. They were palm-sized and clad in leaves.
Deja-vu, I've been here in this place before.
There were two of them, and they were struggling to carry an iridescent stone.
Why, that's it! That must be the missing mage stone. Draconia, which way were they headed?
Toward the botanical garden, I believe.
We depart at once. Everyone, make haste. So yeah, as you can see, this is pretty much a one-to-one repeat of the Fairy Gala. The same thing happened, the Mage Stone was stolen and the students gathered in Crowley's office and pretty much said the same thing. However, there's a little bit of twist to this event, as in the characters changed around a little bit. Because we did see it from Orpheus' perspective this time around. Okay, let's move on to Chapter 2, the Fairy Gala. Let's go. Let us take a discreet peek inside. We mustn't alert our fairy suspects. Ah, I see some tiny fairies grouped up. They're definitely carrying an iridescent stone. And that's it! That's the precious mage stone that vanished from the mirror chamber.
Those fairies clad in leaves are called craft fairies.
Or tinker fairies, depending on which movie you watched.
They make the tools and implement their fae brethren need to change the season.
Does that mean they stole the mage stone to use in some feat of engineering? Look, now a different fairy is coming up, and they're carrying something. Is that a staff? Oh, okay, this time it's a staff and not a tiara. And now they've affixed the mage stone to the tip of the staff. Don't tell me they pilfered such a precious stone simply to use in making accoutrements.
Oh hey, bigger fairy is coming up now. You know she's boss level because she's got an escort. My, I believe that's...
They've handed the staff to her. It's too tall for the other fairies. It must have been specially made for her. Yep.
I've seen that golden fairy before.
You have? Yep, I've seen her before too. Pretty much a few days ago.
Shining like gold, she towers over other fairies, her beautiful wings aflutter. Thus is she revered by the diminutive brethren. There's no mistake. That is the queen of the Feyland, where the smaller fairies gather.
Okay. What? She's the fairy queen?
If she's outside the domain at this time of year, there's one likely explanation. Neighboring College's botanical garden has been selected as the venue for the Fairy Gala.
I beg your pardon? The Fairy Gala? Dear, oh dear. Goodness gracious me.
What is this gala? Sounds like a hood to me.
Damn.
The Fairy Gala is a festival that the fairies hold to usher in spring. Those who dwell in the Feyland chose a place to hold it on a whim when spring draws near. Supposedly, they celebrate the turning of the season with fancy outfits and glitzy fashion show to showcase them. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Let's just shoo off the stupid fairies and take the mage stone back.
You're not in this time around, Leona. You're not in this. No, you can't! The Fairy Gala is no mere celebration of fairy fashion. It is specifically a festival to herald the arrival of spring. If it were to be interrupted or spoiled, that could incur the fairies' wrath. And Twisted Wonderland would forever be enveloped into winter's cold, harsh embrace. When the fairies decide upon a venue, there is no negotiating. That's the trouble with the Fairy Gala. Just what we need. Forces of nature who throw temper tantrums when someone makes them mad. I heard this one before, Riddle!
Fairies can be surprisingly stubborn and petty. You find precious few as mild-mannered as myself.
Sure.
Wow, that deadpan humor is totally OP.
We can hardly chase off the fairies, but sitting around waiting patiently for the gala to end is also not an option. From what I've heard, the Fairy Gala's post-event festivities can easily run 3 months. Without that mage stone, the temperatures across campus will remain in a state of chaos. We cannot hold classes under such conditions. I say we all work together to take it back. Yeah, that's a no. That's a definite no. But why do you all look so positively unenthused?
Here we go with the same old story, once again. A self-important grown-up dumping unpleasant work on his students. Second time around, still the same.
You're right that being unable to hold classes is a serious problem, but is it one that students have any business addressing? The head mage is the one responsible for campus affairs. As a student, I fail to see how any of this is my job. Oh goodness, I know temperatures are in flux, but you needn't all be so unseasonably cold. Even so, I had a feeling you'd respond thusly. So be it. I'm afraid school is cancelled until the Fairy Gala concludes and the air conditioning is fixed.
School's cancelled? Sweet!
Leona's smiling too. However, missing 3 months of classes means that I won't be able to advance you to your next year of studies. The entire student body will be held back, yourselves included.
What?
Preposterous. Me? Held back a year? That's unacceptable for me as well. It would be devastating to my public image. There, you see? I'm perfectly fine with cancelling classes, but it simply wouldn't do for all of you. And I, being the kind soul that I am, can hardly disregard your feelings on the matter.
This still doesn't sit well with me, but I suppose you have no choice.
This is absurd. But with our advancement effectively being held over our heads, our options are limited. And then we have an agreement? Wonderful. Let's all work to overcome this adversity together. Yeah, so far it's pretty much a carbon copy of the original Fairy Gala event. Yep. As always, Crowley is not dependable. Chapter 3. Take back the Mage Stone. So, in review, you have 2 tasks. 1. See the Fairy Gala through to completion. 2. Take back the Mage Stone. These objectives must be achieved in tandem. With that established, I open up the floor to discussion.
Say, Melias, you're a fae like the queen, right? What if you went up and were like, hey, excuse me, that stone is valuable to us, can we have it back?
The Fae are no monolithic entity, become in many different varieties. They are Flora Fae, Light Fae, Fauna Fae. Everything from Thistle Fae to dragons like myself fall under the same broad umbrella. We come in different sizes and speak different languages. Not all of us get along either, much like humans really. Were to so much as set foot in their gala, those tiny fairies would grow frightened and scattered to the winds. Some help you are.
Oh dear.
If reasoning with them is off the table, then our only option left is force.
That would only aggravate matters. Perhaps we should explore methods of taking it back peacefully without being noticed. Sell them something from the Monster Lounge. If an inconspicuous solution is our aim, then what if we crafted an imitation staff and swapped it for the real one? Here's a little inside secret. Most things in movies are just props. Of course, they're convincing enough to fool lay people so long as no one looks too closely.
You make a fine observation. As far as I could tell, those fairies were only regarding the Mage Stone as a pretty rock.
Nice.
A counterfeit would go unnoticed as long as it remains aesthetically identical. But how would he even make the swap? You saw how well guarded the queen was. How's an outsider going to get closer without drawing a bunch of aggro? The Fairy Gala is a large-scale event, yes? Surely they cannot keep track of every single attendee. Getting close to the queen on days of the gala wouldn't draw any undue suspicion. Sneaking into the Fairy Gala, getting a hold of the staff and swapping it out with a fake. That's quite a cunning plan.
However, there's one snag. It hinges on having some manner of magical spell or item that disguises someone as a fairy, a prospect as unrealistic as it is. In stock! Once again.
Whoa there!
I recognize that voice. Story cleared! Yay! We're still very much on a carbon copy of the Fairy Gala. But I think we're going to change things here in Chapter 4, Evolution. Cool, let's see. Evolution. Hey there, Sam. How are you doing?
Greetings, head mage, my little imps. You seem to be in a bit of a bind.
Hello, Sam. Why am I not surprised you have an internal radar for desperate customers? Sorry, business opportunities. My friends in the shadows tipped me off, actually. Let me guess, head mage. Is this what you're in the market for?
A vial full of golden powder, I take it that's fairy dust.
Max is impressed. Why, yes. Good eye, my horned imp friend. Fairy dust is the source of power for the fairies living in the Feyland. The way I hear it, no dust, no flying, fluttering, or even floating for them. Feyland fairies keep themselves coated in the stuff at all times, which means, conversely, anyone with fairy dust sprinkled on them counts as part of the crew. With this, you could sneak into the party like you were planning.
I hear the Feylanders treasure fairy dust so much they appoint an official dust guard to safeguard it.
Indeed.
And yet you have an entire vial of it in your hand. How did you come to acquire it, Sam?
Good question, as always. Trade secret, I'm afraid. Normally, I'd prefer to spare such expenses, but a Fairy Gala leaves me in no position to refuse. I'll be purchasing that fairy dust. Bill it to the school! Sure! Thanks. Pleasure doing business with you. Well, that takes care of one problem. We have our means of disguising someone as a fairy. But this is a tiny vial. This much dust won't be enough to cloak every housewarden present. We'll have to nominate someone to infiltrate a Fairy Gala. The gala has a different theme each year, and all guests are expected to dress accordingly. That way, it's not just the fashion show participants who get to have fun with the concept.
I see. So we'll have to wear something that fits if we want to blend in.
As it happens, I have it on good authority that the theme of this year's Fairy Gala is... Evolution. Ooh, that's a change. It's not windswept anymore. Evolution. Yep. Going by the textbook definition, that would mean something like change or successive developments. That's a rather broad theme for a fashion show. This is tricky.
Who cares what the theme is? Just send in Will, he'll clean up, fashion shows are his thing.
I mean, it would be the logical conclusion. Excuse me, don't even try volunteering me. Someone of my stature could hardly do a fashion show for free. And the theme is integral to the show. I couldn't just ignore it and parade myself around. That would be frowned upon. We have to take this seriously.
From my perspective, you are all seeds who have yet to sprout. Nothing could be fresher.
Trying to make Leona mad. Maybe Leona now wants to volunteer. It's like, oh god damn it. I'm gonna do it.
What I mean is that you're evolving every day. Any one of you could fit the theme. That's not exactly convincing from someone who's clearly gunning to sit this out. Ever consider getting off your tail and cleaning up your fellow Fae's mess? You especially have room to grow, King Scholar. You may be particularly well suited to the theme.
Ah, not this time around. He had his fun. Or something like that.
Oh, shut up. I don't gonna take that from the most useless guy in the room. You know, the one who sends fairies running. Here we go again. Don't you guys ever get tired of snipping at each other? Say, now there's an idea. Why don't you sneak into the gala, radish sprout?
Good idea. Sure. Edie and a fashion show. Yep.
Aren't you always bragging that you're on the cutting edge of tech while everyone else is behind the times? How about that? We've got a perfect fit for the evolution theme right here.
What? Me? Absolutely nothing doing. Going out in front of people for the explicit purpose of showing off is pure nightmare fuel for me. Besides, do any of you think I'm flashy enough to grab attention at a fashion show? You literally have burning hair, so yeah, actually. They're like, yeah, kinda. Not sure how I feel about all of you going silent like that. You are just trying to force their work off onto one another. We have a campus-wide crisis on our hands. Your level of irresponsibility is appalling.
Truer words were never spoken, head mage.
It's deplorable, really. Then will you step up and do it? I should go to hell now. Ah, well, you see. While I've put a great deal of effort into adapting, I've still lived on land a relatively short time. And when I get nervous, I sometimes have trouble walking. Oh dear, I'm feeling a bit weak even now. Damn, Azul. I couldn't bear it if one inopportune stumble caused all our hard work to go down the drain. And therefore, I must regretfully refrain from participating this time. What about you, Rosehearts?
I cannot do it. It wouldn't do for House Warden to be absent from the dorm during an emergency. I must safeguard my dormmates.
Alright then, oh Asim, you'll go, won't you? Not this time.
Sure, I'm down for... I mean... I'd like some time to consider it.
Oh, he followed Jamil's advice. Pardon? Those are the last words I ever expected you to say. Jamil taught him that.
Jamil told me to say that the next time you ask me to do something. So I'll go back to my dorm and discuss it with Jamil.
So that's a no from Jamil. There's no way Jamil will let him go.
So this group's a bust. We're getting nowhere. Wait a minute.
You have a plan now? He's suddenly into it. But now that he's not being windswept away.
If none of us are suited to the theme, why not pick someone else?
What do you mean?
Just dump the job on some freshmen.
Damn, Leona. Oh dear. Not okay. But yeah, that's definitely what they're doing. They're like, yeah, head mage dumped on us, we're gonna dump on freshmen. Okay, chapter 5. Tremendously talented. Let's see. Freshmen. They're certainly green, or to put it in a positive spin on it, they possess an ample evolutionary potential. But would it be safe to give an infiltration mission to such a group of students?
Relax, I'll just get one of the super active freshmen from my dorm to handle it.
Ah, this is how Jack comes in, I see.
Like Jack or someone.
You make it sound so simple.
For him, it is simple.
He doesn't have to do anything. How inconsiderate to his students. You know, if you wanna laugh, we just look at the other Fairy Gala.
Inconsiderate? How about you not assume our Frosh couldn't handle it? Oh, I know what's going on. You're jealous. All those herbivores with zero initiative who are totally helpless without the house warden. People like that could never handle this job, but my dorm's different. I know they get it done.
Dang, Leona. Challenging riddle. You couldn't possibly be referring to Hasabyo.
Hey, I never specified. But if that's where your mind went, well, your words, not mine.
He's so calculating. My freshmen are diligent, rule-abiding car soldiers.
Diligent, huh? That's a charitable way to say they can't think for themselves.
How dare you! I won't stand for the slander. Alright, the job is to sneak into the Fairy Gala and swap out the staff for a replica, correct? They are highly sensitive to magic. They'd immediately catch anyone who used magic to switch the staff. But my dorm has someone who can switch it out without any magic at all. Are we volunteering right now?
Oh yeah? Who? You can't possibly have anyone that competent.
Like he does. We have Froggy. Like, me, to be fair, Leona has both Froggy and Jack, which is pretty impressive. Then you've never met Ace Trappola. He's quite skilled with his hands. Why, he performed an incredible magic trick just the other day. Yep, and here Ace is being submitted. He moved a coin from his right hand to his left in a blink of an eye. I was amazed at his dexterity. Oh, Riddle, you cutie pie. And Leona's totally is like, yep, this is going exactly as I planned. Oh, man. And there's no question Ace could swap out the staff without anyone noticing. And he would certainly use his own judgment in doing so. Could Jack do that? Look at Leona being totally fine with all of this. Oh my god, I love when he's happy.
Okay, Jack probably couldn't pull off a trick like that.
Very not. Ace will be much better at a job than Jack.
Great. I'm feeling reassured already.
Leona's like, yeah. Riddle totally fell into my hands. I'm okay with this. This is a prestigious job that only Ace can do. I have little doubt he'll be delighted he was chosen to represent Hatsapil in this endeavor. Oh yeah, he's going to be really delighted. I can already see. I can already see it in the future. Leona just played Riddle like a fiddle. Indeed, he did. It's supremely obvious Ace will view this as an unwelcome chore. What would be if Riddle took 2 seconds to think about it?
Hey, if Task wants a Riddle's fine with it, I've got no complaints, just as long as it doesn't involve me. Then I believe we have a consensus. So we're going with Team Jace? KK, GG, Jace. Interesting name. You finalized the plan without asking for any of their input. And what a blatant trial in absentia. Oh yeah? Well, if you got a problem with it, you're free to go instead.
I never said I had a problem with it. I have faith in each and every Night Raven College student. You're all tremendously talented. I trust any of you with this task, truly.
Wow, headmate.
It is certainly not because I can't be bothered to expend any more brain power on this, I assure you. Sure, that's not the reason. Let's pretend it's not. Yep, it totally is. But as you bestow this job upon a chosen freshman, I hold you responsible for the outcome. This house warden meeting is hereby adjourned. King's Scholar, Rose House. Explain the matter to Howl and Trappola, and bring them here if you would. Oh dear. I mean, Jack will be in it because he was chosen, but at the same time, Ace is gonna be like, oh, why me? What happened? Okay, remix happen. Let's talk about Shallow. Alright. Chapter 6.
I have to sneak into the fairy party to save the school?
Yep.
This is ridiculous, Leona. You can't just volunteer me for an important job without asking first.
What a vehement opposition. I trust you explained the matter properly.
Cut the yapping. You could learn a thing or two from the herbivore next to you.
Yeah, he doesn't complain.
Look at him, as quiet and still as a tortoise.
Real talk, I'm not a fan of this either. But the housewarden was all like... Yeah. I selected you for this critical mission because I hold you in such high esteem. Surely you wouldn't refuse. Isn't that right, Ace? Well... Pressured into it. Yes, housewarden. Yep. Did you have a dispute before coming here? Yeah. I tried to say no, and he got so mad he nearly had my head. Ah, I should have suspected he was gonna drop some lousy job on me when I saw what a good mood he was in. I was like, yay! Ace, I have a job for you. That's what I get for being all smug and doing that magic competition.
Was it that good of a magic trick?
It was amateur stuff, really, but still. It was one of the few times the housewarden openly complimented me, so I may have gotten carried away.
So you let a little praise go to your head. Man, talk about shallow.
Damn.
Look, call me out. This is the school's problem, not mine. You guys can clean your own tails. There's nothing I hate more than getting chummy with others.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to get chummy with others right now. Yana. Wait.
Anyway, I'm going back to the dorm. Jack. This mission isn't about palling around. In fact, it requires the exact opposite.
Huh?
What we need is someone who can lead the pack. Someone with solid judgment and initiative. I figured you have both of those things. There are a lot of students in Savannah Claw, but I picked you.
Unlike the last time.
Really? Because of my judgment and initiative?
Sure.
Oh well, I guess I was wrong. I'll have to find some other freshmen. Sorry for expecting more out of you.
Damn, Leona. Always playing people like a fiddle.
Who else would be good?
Wait!
When you put it like that, how could I refuse? You say there's something only I can do? Then I'll make sure it gets done.
Leona. He's so smug about this. I have a feeling this is his revenge for the other time. He's like, I'm not going to participate in this event, but I'm gonna make sure other people do.
Glad to hear it.
Now who's shallow? Paul, Dropola, I trust you both accept. Even if I said no, I'd still be miserable tending to the roses and animals in this heat. Okay, fine. Since I'd suffer either way, might as well make sure the housewarden owes me.
I'll get a job done.
Wonderful! Now that is what I call a fresh evolution. Good job, Crowley. I can finally rest easy while patrolling the school. I'm counting on you, boys. Patrolling the school. How would you do something for a change? I don't know. Okay, next up, Chapter 7. Don't worry. Be happy. So, but we do know that this is only 2 students. There's 2 more that we need in our lineup, so let's see. I have to use a magic trick to swap out some staff at a Fairy Gala, huh? And a fairy's gonna holding it to boot. That's way easier said than done. How am I supposed to pull this off? If some rando walked up to her all like... Pardon me, but I have a cracking good magic trick I'd like to show you. She'd immediately suspect something.
Plus, she's the fairy queen, right? Could we even get close to someone that important?
Good question.
This isn't that hard. Just make the queen want to meet you. Huh? How would we do that? The fashion show is the main event of this whole gala. So all you have to do is get out there and strut your stuff. Impress the queen and the rest of the audience, and they'll be clamoring to talk to you.
Yana's so smug this time around, it's so funny. What? I thought we were going as regular attendees. There's no way we could do a fashion show, let alone strut anything.
Of course you couldn't. What are you, stupid?
Did you think we expected you to do it all on your own? Pfft, arrogant much? Damn. Ouch. Wow, way to talk to the guy you personally nominated. Don't worry, we've come up with a way to make your performance a success.
Today's your lucky day, boys. We called in the most reliable backup you could ask for.
Yana, you smug prick. Is it the exact same people that you did not want to come around when it was your turn? This switch up of Leona's attitude is so funny.
Backup?
You mean?
Hey, get out of here already.
Do not give me orders when I'm doing you a favor.
Training pups is my entire job. I'll see to it that they're properly trained for this occasion.
It's... Yep. Yeah. Yep, this time Leona called that on purpose. That's so funny.
Will and Professor Cruel. Since this is a fashion show, we figured these two could probably cobble together something halfway decent for you.
You could be less dismissive, you know. Normally I would have turned down a request from you in a heartbeat. But I won't stand for any sloppy fashion shows to be put on in my presence. On my pride as a model, I'll make sure you boys are fit to walk the runway. Leona's in a very good mood this time around. I find it so funny.
You gonna coach us personally, Will? I'm honored.
Yeah. I had a feeling it'd be you two the moment he said backup. I mean, Will's a professional model, and Professor Cruel is a stickler for style, so who else? Who's that behind you?
I thought it was just you two.
Why are you all smiling like that? Coming in now, I don't know who that is. I give this my very best. Dude, for real? Is it the two that we're missing? Because we're missing two more. Okay, chapter 8, hold up. Coming in now.
I give this my very best.
I hope that's the voices I need to choose. Dude, for real? Yeah, there we go. Silver and Orpho. Silver and Orpho?
You're gonna help too? No offense, but neither of you strike me as the fashion show type.
I mean, they're both beautiful in their own way. It was our idea to bring Silver in. Jonas in such a good mood, I can't. His face. He's so smug about everything that's going on because it's not involving him. Oh my god. You two lack knowledge about Fae, and the subject matter is not covered in the freshman curriculum. What do you mean, people like Marius and Lydia?
There are many different kinds of Fae, actually. The ones at the Fairy Gala are smaller fairies. They live more secluded from humans than Marius and Lydia do. Their culture differs greatly from human culture, from their habits to their values to their way of thinking. Basically, if you assume all Fae are like that overgrown lizard, you've got another thing coming. But if you had enough authority and Fae with you, they could step in before you did something boneheaded. Right. I'm ready to give my best for the good of the school.
Okay, hold up. Huh? You said you chose freshman because of the evolution theme. But then you asked Silver, which means you could have easily gone with sophomores. Indeed they could have. Indeed they could have.
Well, the thing is,
We actually reached out to Sebek first, since he has close relatives who are Fae. Yep, he is half Fae. But he said no. Never! Yep. He immediately refused and started arguing with Leona.
okay, yeah.
I can see that.
That's pretty easy to imagine, actually. You called it arguing? It was nothing but a crocodile snapping at me. He went on and on about how Fae knowledge would be wasted on greedy humans.
The insomnia is freezing right now. Considering Sebek can't tolerate a cold, it must be unbearable for him. His nose was visibly running, yet he refused to accede to our simple request. His stubbornness is a headache even at club meetings.
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to talk to him about this attitude later. Sebek can be a bit hot-tempered and prejudiced at times.
Oh yeah. That's his problem at the beginning of the story.
Plus, his mother and grandfather are nocturnal Fae, creatures of the night. The fairies of Gala are diurnal, and they fear nocturnal Fae. It's possible Sebek might frighten them. He would be unsuited to the mission.
Seriously? But they're all Fae. Jeez, why does this have to be a whole thing?
Please don't misunderstand. They are very friendly. I don't know about that.
Yeah, sure. Don't you like Malleus? I think Malleus is a very friendly guy.
No, really. They're extremely kind-hearted. Once you befriend one, they protect you to the very last.
It's true.
They're just a bit skittish and wary of strangers, so they're harsh with outsiders.
Is that not what the AS would call a whole thing?
I'm getting nervous about our chances now. Don't worry. I'm not Fae, but I was raised in Briar Valley. I know plenty about them. I'm sorry for not being a freshman, but I implore you to let me join you regardless.
Are you sure? You'd be signing up for trouble.
I don't mind. It's to help the school.
Aw, Silver. Precious green flag number 1.
Besides, it would be a good opportunity to improve human and Fae relations. I'd like to facilitate that.
Jeez, talk about wholesome. Can't believe we got such a straight arrow at the school. I know, right? He's such a cinnamon roll. He's adorable. You know, I'm starting to think you'll be way better than that stubborn loudmouth.
I'd be glad to have you. Welcome aboard.
Nah, Silver. The greenest of flags. Now, where does Orpho come in? Because he is our SSR, actually. Chapter 9, Extremely Bad Feeling. So, Orpho, did Leona and Riddle reach out to you too?
No, my presence was requested by Will Schoenheit and Professor Divas Cruel.
Orpho is essential for your success at a fashion show. Do you recall the theme?
Evolution, right?
Yes, I've been pondering that concept ever since Sam shared it with us. What does the host wish to express with this theme? And what do the guests hope to see? Can't we just wear something that works and call it good?
Foolish pup. You cannot simply don a flashy outfit and showboat around. The most significant part of dressing for a fashion show is how you construct and deconstruct a theme.
Yes, how you interpret the concept is key, which brings me to my inspiration. A being who's constantly evolving, clad in the latest technology. That's why you have Orpho here. And more to the point, one who underwent a splendid rebirth, more emblematic of change than any living person. Ah, very nice. So this takes place canonically after book 6. Interesting. No one is more fitting for the theme of evolution than Orpho Shroud.
You can imagine my surprise when they showed up at my dorm talking about a fashion show.
Adorable. Yep, back in Edia's room.
That pointless house warden meeting is finally over.
Good work, Idia.
I only managed to make it through because you were running cold hair. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Still, a fairy gala at our school. Things are getting pretty wild.
No kidding. They even asked me to take part in a fashion show. The sheer lack of consideration is mind-boggling.
Wow, they did? Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't imagine what they expected, but I kinda would have liked to see you do it.
Same.
Me? Dude, are you kidding? Who would voluntarily sign up to parade themselves in front of a crowd? If anything, I feel bad for Jack and Ace getting stuck with such a garbage job. R.I.P. to those guys.
You think? It sounds really neat to me. It's not every day we get to see the fairy gala. And the fashion show sounds like fun.
And that's where you come in.
Hey, someone's at the door. Coming, just getting the lock.
That was slow. I expect my dogs to come immediately when I call them.
Jesus, that was pretty fast, honestly.
Oh, hello, Professor Diva-Screw. What brings you here?
We have something important to discuss with you, Orpho.
Will Schönheit, you here as well? And you both want to speak with me?
Oh no, I've got an extremely bad feeling about this. Danger, Orpho, danger, run! He's gonna be fine, he's gonna be fine.
Idia was very opposed to the idea. He said it was far too dangerous. But I really wanted to go to the gala, so he eventually caved after I pleaded enough.
Your fake crying was rather impressive, I must say.
Thank you, Will Schönheit. Hearing you say that makes me feel better about my acting.
Damn film research club, I see. Now that I think about it, Orpho does fit the evolution theme perfectly. He'll be a huge help for sure.
I'm happy to be here. You won't regret bringing me along.
Glad to have you with us.
Now that we've settled our roster, we haven't a moment to lose. We need to start preparing for the show straight away.
We'll begin by getting the 4 of you proper outfits.
Right. Yay, Fairy Gala outfits. The best part.
We've done all we can to help. The future of our school lies in your hands. I'm counting on you, Ace. I give you my word that when you return, you'll find not a single rose that wilted in your absence.
Thank you, Driddle. This is definitely something he will care about. I hope you show some proper appreciation when I get back.
Just do what you usually do. Don't psych yourself out and screw up.
Yes, sir. You can count on me. Adorable. I love that Leon is so smug though. He's like, yeah, I'm not in this event this time around. I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna lean back and let the others do it. Okay, chapter 10, a slam dunk. What are we in a basketball club now? Imagine Floyd in a fashion show. Oh boy.
Suitable attire is essential if you want to attend a fairy gala, and more importantly, no pups of mine will be seen looking unkempt at a formal affair. The theme is a challenge, but they'll have evolution written all over them once I'm through with them.
I look forward to seeing your work, Professor Cruel.
If you're done changing, come on out, pups. Yes, sir.
Yay! I love the outfits. I love Jack's outfit. I love it. And also the flowers in his hair. Ah, cute. Cute. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. This fits him very well. I love how he looks with that. I mean, he's really buff, but somehow this like very beautiful outfit, it looks so good on him. I love it. I honestly think that it's such a shame that he's on our card, because I just love how it looks on him. It's just so good.
Well, does my outfit look fly or what? Personally, I'd say it's a slam dunk.
Yay, Ace has the gold silver version, also very nice. Makes sense for him. And that also looks very good on him, yeah.
Did I put everything on right?
And silver, oh my god, this outfit fits him so well. He's just silver personified. It looks so good on him. Love it. Flowers are a bit big on his shoulder, but I love everything else. It's so good.
Very good. At least you're all properly groomed now.
I have to hand it to you, Professor Cruel. The white cloth symbolizes a potential that has yet to be dyed or influenced by anything else. The possibilities of such a clean slate are endless to the observer. And that's what evolution is all about.
It's nice having a proper fashionista here to save me a lengthy breakdown.
So, not to rain on your fashion parade, but
What is it?
I don't see our main star anywhere.
Well, I think Orphan will take some time. He's mechanical after all.
Alpha said he was getting changed in a separate room. You think he's okay?
Alpha doesn't really wear clothes, does he? It's more like he swaps bodies. With all due respect, Professor, aren't machines a little outside your wheelhouse?
Can you design them?
What's this? A mere pup concerned about me? Indeed, Alpha Shroud's outfit can't be made with a needle and thread like yours. But I've come to a realization in my time as a classic car buff. Steel can be just as beautiful and soul-steering as fabric.
You would know about that. Makes a lot of sense.
Hey guys, I'm ready!
Here comes Orpho! Ah, he looks so gorgeous. I love the wing-like dress that he has on his hips, and I love the flowers covering his face. It's so cool. It looks so good. And like I said, one of his most beautiful SSRs. Absolutely gorgeous.
Sorry, it took a bit to change over my body. What do you think?
I love it. It looks gorgeous. Yeah. How do you guys like the outfits? Which one is your favorite? I think mine is between Orpho. Honestly, out of this group, I like pretty much everyone. It's very nice on all of them. But I do like Orpho a lot, especially since he comes with a twist, but we'll see that.
Whoa.
Dang! Nice.
Is that really you, Orpho? For a second I thought you were a fairy flying around. For sure. You're so shiny and sparkly, you could easily be mistaken for a noble fae.
You might be small, but no one could ignore you. Talk about a striking presence.
From the fluctuations in everybody's pulse and line of sight, I can tell you're not lying. I'm not a fashion expert, but it looks like this design's made a strong impression.
Oh, you look gorgeous! It's also so cool, like he has this steampunk-ish combination with this Fairy Gala inspired theme. It's so good! And like I said, the wings, when they're spread out on the card, it looks so good.
It's a perfect fusion of modern craftsmanship and traditional motifs.
The design heightens and pushes both forward. This is evolution. Nice. You've outdone yourself, Professor Cruel. I'm absolutely awestruck.
All I did was hand over my design. He's the one who turned it into a mechanical body. Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy indeed.
You provided me with an amazing source material. Thanks, Professor Cruel. I've never made my own exterior before. It was a very rewarding experience.
You made that all by yourself? In such a short span of time? You got skill, dude. Indeed. Can you design my outfits next?
Now that I've seen Awful, I feel like we could actually pull this off. Quiet. Settle down, pups. It's time to get down to brass tacks.
Yes. While practicing for the show is important, we need to work out a plan of action first. Alright. We gotta figure out how to swap the queen's staff for a fake. Okay! I like it that the school is working together to steal from little fairies. So, next up, chapter 11. 3, 2, 1, poof. Poof, poof. Apparently we go poof.
You're swapping out the real stuff for a fake? And that would mean deceiving the fairies.
Oh, you don't know the plan yet? Aww.
And what if you try talking to them first? If you explain the issue, they might return the mage stone on their own.
You're softer than cashmere. You clearly have no idea how critical this mission is.
Yeah, seriously. If the fairies get upset, they'll call off the gala, which means no spring for us. You can't expect us to risk all that by telling the truth.
We're a school of villains. We always assume the worst.
But...
And technically, the fairies stole from us first. We're just taking back what's ours. Ah, man.
I'm a face. We're way past the point of getting cold feet and backing down.
I've run some simulations as well. The plan to swap out the staff has the highest probability of a successful outcome.
Alright. I can tell from your insistence that you feel strongly about it. My father always tells me we should respect each other's beliefs. I'll abide by his teachings.
Okay, so, I believe the plan was to use a magic trick to make the switch. What kind of magic trick was Little Rosehearts referring to at the House Warden meeting?
It's nothing fancy. How about a little demonstration? Let's go, Ace. Do what you can. Sure. Alright. I think I had something in my pocket I could use. There we go. Okay, take a good look at a coin in my right hand. I'm gonna make this coin disappear without any spellcasting. 3, 2, 1, poof!
Ah! It's gone!
Where are you looking? Ta-da! Now the coin's in my left hand.
But your left hand was empty before. You really didn't cast a spell for that?
Nope. It's just a good old-fashioned magic trick.
Very skillful. No wonder Riddle recommended you.
That's so neat! It'll be super easy to use that trick and switch the staff, right?
I don't know about that. No. I can't just magic something like that away with zero prep. It's called a magic trick because trickery is involved. Otherwise, it'd be just spellcasting. Let me break down what I did. I slipped a coin in my right hand up my sleeve real quick like. Then I slipped a coin into my left hand while you were all focused on my right.
Ah, so that's the trick.
Telling us the trick. It's surprisingly easy to miss.
That's called misdirection, right? That word came up when I ran a search on magic trick terminology. Creating magic-like phenomena without using magic. It's so nifty! Fascinating stuff.
Getting into it, are ya? The most important thing for magic tricks are manual dexterity and directing people's focus. When you don't want people looking at something, you gotta make sure their focus is somewhere else. That's indeed a plan.
But a staff is a lot bigger than a coin. Would you be able to swap it out as easily as you just did in front of a crowd? That's definitely a concern. And since the staff belongs to the queen, she'll probably be careful to hold on to it. Diverting the audience attention will be no small matter.
Yeah, just going, hey look, the coin's gone. Probably won't fly here. We'll need more than a magic trick. This calls for a full-blown illusion.
What do you mean, illusion?
That's a term for big fancy magic acts. Quick changes, water trap escapes, teleporting, leviation, all that jazz. But I highly doubt this group could pull one off.
I like that idea. Let's do an illusion.
Have they even listening? I just said we couldn't do it.
You can't give up on something before you try.
Dude, come on! It's easy to spout some cool one-liners like you know what's up, but you're all noobs at this. And sure, I'm good, but I'm no pro. There's no way I could do a large-scale illusion. If you could, I'd pass your number to a producer I know. Indeed.
Oh, I see. Wait! And what if we relied on my technology instead of your skill?
Huh? Yeah, I mean, making an illusion... technologically, why not? Okay, happen! Chapter 12, Illusion Camouflage, and we have our first twist tune. Let's see.
If we utilize my cutting-edge tech, we could produce visual effects equivalent to illusions. And then Ace could swap out our staff in the meantime. He's the best with his hands.
So Ace would perform the actual magic trick, while Orpho does the misdirect part and distracts all the fairies.
The burden's shared that way. It's a good plan.
Yeah, actually. Nice thinking, Orpho. Okay, so what kind of illusion do you think you could do?
Good question. Thinking about the examples you gave before. They were all illusions performed on people rather than objects, right?
Yeah, they got more wow factor, you know? Lots of magicians will pick a volunteer from the audience to make an act seem legit. After all, if they use an assistant, people will just assume the assistant's in on the trick too. Of course, a lot of times the volunteer is in on it, but hey.
I see. Okay, then how about this? We pick a member of the audience, namely a fairy. We bring them up on the runway, and then we make them disappear.
Make them disappear? You make it sound so simple. Why can't you actually do that?
Oh, totally! I'll just use optical camouflage. There are a lot of different types, but naturally, I wouldn't use anything magic-based for this. I'll project the surrounding scenery to the participants to make it look like they've vanished. I call it illusion camouflage. What do you think?
But wouldn't you need heavy equipment for projection?
Never underestimate Ignihite's technical prowess. It'll be a piece of cake to fit some miniature drones with projectors. If I make the outer plating look like flowers, they blend right in.
Wow, you've covered every angle.
All the participant will see is a few lights shining down on them. They'll have no idea they've vanished from the audience's view.
It still sounds like a challenge. You think it'll really work? Under normal circumstances, people would spot the trick immediately. But fashion shows use bright lights and the audience is seated further away, so it's actually feasible.
Yes, I think it's an excellent plan.
Admittedly, my own simulations show it has barely a 30% probability of success.
30%, huh? Not very promising when the whole school's riding on it.
We'll need to get the audience more excited to improve our odds. Every living creature has lapses in judgment when they're excited. It's the perfect time to do something sneaky.
I getcha. That reminds me of this one magic show my family took me to when I was a kid.
It had a whole lot of razzle-dazzle. I remember they brought a celebrity out on stage, and me and my brother got super hyped. In hindsight, I guess that was one way they got the audience excited, so the show would be more convincing.
A celebrity, huh? Oh, that's it! We should ask the Queen to be our volunteer.
Damn, that's definitely a celebrity. What?
She's the biggest celebrity among the fairies, right? That would get everyone excited for sure. And it would allow us to get closer to the staff. That raises our chance of success to 48%.
True. The Queen's adoring followers would be thrilled if she took part in the show.
That, and no one would suspect that your real target was the Queen all along.
But still...
Man, Orpha, you got guts.
No kidding. You look all tiny, but you just might be more fearless than all of us. More fearless than Idia. I mean, the Queen's the boss of the show, right? Calling up on stage with us is out there.
You think? I just went with the plan that had the highest probability of success.
Sometimes you have to be bold to fulfill your duty. This plan would give the audience an exciting show, and no one would get hurt. You've got my word.
Thanks, Silver.
What do you think?
Orpha's got it all planned out for us. It wouldn't be cool for me to whine about it when I don't have any better ideas. I'm in.
Okay, then I'm down too. Pulling off an illusion like that as a group sounds pretty cool, actually.
Check out Ace Turbala. Thank you for trusting in me.
Sounds like we have a plan then. You'll use an illusion to make the Fairy Queen disappear in front of a live audience and swap out the staff at the same time. Do you realize what you'll need to do in order to pull this off? What? Training!
We'll have to do a good job at a fashion show before we perform this illusion, right?
Precisely. Didn't Leona explain that to you, Ace and Jack? Ace, you're quite a fast talker, so I'm tasking you with calling the Queen up to the runway in addition to making the switch. But simply calling on someone won't make them want to join you if they are cautious and very sort.
But if the Queen doesn't join us on stage, the whole plan is basically shot. Which means that when Silver, Jack, Howl, and I do the fashion show, we have to be so impressive that the Fairy Queen will open her heart to us and want to join us on stage.
There you have it. I trust you're all prepared. Yes, sir. Nice. Then let us see how much pause you have.
Come on, guys, let's do this.
Right. Take it away, boys. So, Fairy Gala Remix is a lot more complex than the original Fairy Gala. A lot more complicated of a plan. The other one was a bit shorter than that. But we're still gonna walk. Also, the music is a little bit different. Damn. Ah, so many double notes with the setup that I have is not good. Should probably switch to another control method. And they're walking back. Jack, can you walk better than Leona? I'm interested. Ha! Look, complete. Okay. Okay, and with that we got 10 gems.
Also unlock the first twist tune. Like that. So yeah, you have different modes where you can play in, and with that you can earn those flower hairpins. Anyway, next up is chapter 13, Out of 1,000. I think I won't have any more fairy dust after this, so let's see.
You. How was that?
Bad? Terrible? What was it? Potatoes?
Ace Chapala, why are you two so quiet? How was our runway walk? What score would you give us?
I mean, you're floating, so a 2. They look good though, don't they?
2!
Like 2 out of 10?
Don't flatter yourselves. 2 out of 1,000. Jesus.
Oof, not even out of 100.
You're an embarrassment for the outfits I so painstakingly tailored for you. You clearly don't understand what a fashion show is.
Yeah, all 3 of them. I couldn't agree more. All Orpho did was fly. All Silver did was walk. And all Jack did was flex his muscles. I mean, he can do that. You'll never showcase the true charm of your attire that way. Are you taking this seriously at all? Okay, we'll switch to the scary mode. I'm with him though. If that's the best you can do, the Queen will turn our invitation down flat. This calls for some serious remedial training. Listen up. You need a queen for your illusion in order to swap out the staff. I'm not asking you to put on some glitzy performance that leaves the entire audience awestruck. Simply put, what I want for you is to do a show that the audience finds entertaining. A stirring display that's evocative of the future, one that makes the audience want to be part of it. I dubbed this plan Operation Elusive Illusion. And it absolutely must succeed. Right.
Entertaining, steering. What would that all entail?
Who knows? Ah! What good timing, I was about to say. Do I need to grind more fairy dust? But apparently I have the perfect amount. Okay, so this is where the first part ends, and apparently it's going to continue probably the first, something like that. I'm not sure. Calculating it probably around the first or something. And with that, we finished the first part of the Fairy Gala Remix rerun. It is definitely very similar to the original Fairy Gala, with a lot more complex themes. Like, it's a lot longer too. I really love the cast, I really love the outfits. They look very gorgeous, all of them. And yeah, I hope you had a lot of fun with it. But yeah, I will end this part here and I will do the Twist Tune missions off screen. And I will see you guys next time with part 2 of the Fairy Gala Remix rerun in a few days. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.